think it's sweet, I stay with the heat even though I'm a sad boy. You better watch the way you breathe around me for that breath be your last boy. I've been drinking red, boy. I've been chopping down these birds, McCoy. No, I made my rich in really 9 months. Overseas, kind of skin.
Hello guys, what is up? It is your boy back here with another video, and I'm gonna apologize for being gone for so long, but here I am back, and I'm gonna make sure y'all enjoy this. I did have the opportunity to post a few things, but I wanted to work on other stuff. I'm always working on new things. I have old stuff that I bring back up and start to decide to work on it out of nowhere. I get bored. I just check on my what ifs. There are about more than 20 what ifs you guys have never seen that I've spent months just making for fun. So yeah, I'm pretty piled up in terms of ideas. But aside from that, I wanted to thank y'all so much for getting me so many subs like I wanted. I didn't expect that it would go as fast, because honestly I haven't done YouTube in a while, but you know, the support is really appreciated. We're so close to hitting 25k, and I just can't help but appreciate y'all for that. Thank you so much. And when y'all do hit 25k, I'm gonna release the Naruto what if for the Arthur series that I never got to finish. So yeah, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and yeah, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let's go. So in the last part, we began with the bulls showing their skills and fighting against the diamond mages, with other mages helping them. This allows Asta and Leywin to work together in a fight for the first time. He would then talk to Julius and offer up a beast monocore and say how to use it, explains everything he can. Afterwards, a festival arrives in which Asta and Yuno are celebrated for their efforts in helping their squads get better, especially the bulls, who are now in second place. Some weren't happy with the rankings, such as Leona, leading to her taking a bunch of people to go train, well, more like kidnapping them. There, Asta would fight Leona, showing her how he specifically uses his magic and beating her, and then going on to fight everyone else for the rest of the training camp. Then he and everyone gathered to the Colosseum for where the exam would take place, and this is when Asta's teammate arrives, a mysterious person, Zora, and he arrives quite late, causing a scene. "What are you doing?" Earning the ire of everyone present, Zora is attacked by Marks, who asks this question as he dodges, flipping and landing down at the Colosseum arena, and Zora asks, "What are you doing, man?" "No, what are you doing? Don't disrespect the Wizard King. That's the only man Big Sis respects, so watch yourself," said Sol. As he rises, he puts on a robe saying that he doesn't care about the Wizard King, and this only gets everyone more pissed at him. Asta, however, cheerfully approaches, with him reaching a hand out. "Sup? Zersh, right?" "Right. Nice to meet you, Pipsqueak." As he shakes his hand, Asta says, "We're like the same height though." "Oh yeah, I never mentioned this. Asta is 5'11". That's about my height, by the way. I'm not blowing this out of proportion, I just matched it to me. Meaning that he's actually taller than Zora, who says, "You act like a Pipsqueak." Don't know what that means. Anyway, this is Leywin and Mimosa. They both say hi, with Zora assuming Leywin is just conjured by Asta's magic, so he doesn't think too much of it, as Julius then tells everyone not to hate Zora because he truly doesn't mind. As expected of the Wizard King, he's so merciful. These annoying bastards, thought Zora. Alright, now, let's go to the test field. "Kobe, if you would," said Marks. Looking down to the spatial mage, who nods, he would use his magic to create a massive door that opens a spatial portal through which everyone begins to walk through, and the first to arrive on the other end are astonished by what they have as a field. As soon as they all make it though, Julius has Mark show everyone the matchups as they look ready to fight already, but Magna is kind of scared yet excited. "So we're facing Asta. Luck isn't on my side today," he said. "What is there to worry about from a commoner such as yourself?" said Kirsch. "Just don't embarrass me." "What?" Those around him gave him a side-eye, as if they were calling him an idiot, because he clearly hasn't seen any of the boys' feats. But this moment is interrupted by an excited Julius, who shouts for the first match to begin. "Feel free to go all out. We have the best healers on standby, my knights," he shouts. "Sir Julius, your true intentions are showing," said Marks. Getting right to it though, the first two teams get on the field, quickly positioning themselves beside their crystals, as we see Asta stretching. While he is, the first round is told to begin, as Leywin would say, "Remember what we promised." "I know, nothing but time magic today." "No worries, I'm not one to back down from my challenge." Zora lifts an eyebrow to this when instantly Asta would enter Realm Heart, spreading his dense mana in a burst to the point where those far away watch them and they can feel all of this even though they shouldn't be able to. This is when Asta's eyes notice a sneak attack fireball thrown at their crystal, which instantly gets caught in a static void before it turns to nothing and the sphere would disappear. Wait, I remember now. This is that guy everyone won't stop crowing about, thought Zora. From the other side, the team, seeing Asta get serious, decided to retreat back to their crystal as they had advanced a little bit and used the natural forest as a sort of a screen. And they were like kind of surprised, and people commented on this saying, he can use the same magic as the Wizard King? And what's with this suffocating pressure? Retreat back right now, before it's too late. As the team says this, in a flash, however, Mimosa appears right before their crystal in what seemed like a cube of ether, which fades as she summons a giant flower that releases a beam, shattering their crystal. Damn it! We were too hasty. Team B wins. Exiting Realm Heart, Asta feels as though he has found a way to use time magic in his own way, and cutting to Mimosa as she lands and her flower fades, she looked shocked, thinking that she had just experienced something truly incredible. All I did was walk over normally, but everyone was frozen. No one even noticed. Julius, however, did notice the spell, though he didn't track it down exactly to like the exact like way it worked. It was shivering, like it was terrifying to see that kind of thing play out. You have time magic and you see someone use time magic to the point where someone looking like they're walking is super speed to everyone else is crazy. Man, magic truly is the best, said Julius. Team B and A make their way back, with Asta giving his condolences to the others, saying that attack was formidable, but the Crimson Knights just say, being someone who's faced you, I can't really say that, well, I did much, but I did use what you taught me. I just wish your teammate wasn't him. As he looks to Zora, the man looks to the Crimson Knight sneering as teammate gets pissed, and Asta would laugh, saying not to be too harsh on him. Hey, you! A surprised Asta turns, seeing Kirsch approach him, saying, you are not beautiful. As he takes a moment to digest this, Asta would raise his fist. You have a very punchable face. How dare you? Sorry, Asta, he's actually my brother, Mimosa. He's my shame. Shut up, you idiot, you're gonna kill us, said Magna. I see not what everyone sees in you, peasant. Your muscles are ugly, your mannerisms, your clothes are dirty. Bodies should stay as beautiful as they are. There's no need to train them at all. Oof, dude, you don't know how much you just messed up, said Libe. A dragon, said Kirsch. How beautiful. Your words literally mean nothing. You just made a horrible enemy. My little brother is a bit petty, said Libe. I can attest to that, said Yuno as he approached. You're in for a reckoning. I welcome the challenge, said Kirsch. Remember, you insulted my muscles first, thought Asta. The next match was Kirsch, Sol, and Magna as they go against some pretty competent mages. Magna shows that he is really powerful now. He and Kirsch actually match in terms of power, leaving the night shot that a commoner from the Bulls other than Asta or Luck was that strong. Surprisingly, they were pretty well together as well, and after them, Langris and his team faced another team, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And Inferno's team actually won as well, obviously, resulting in the two brothers finally confronting each other after both their battles. Rail also shows himself with the, shtick of wearing that bizarre-ass mask, and after he gets revealed, Julius doesn't care anyway. He destroys his opposition after they fight. Luck's team beats the most NPC motherfuckers you've ever seen, acting like they're on top of the world even though they're not even vice captains yet. And Yuno's team, Noel, they go crazy, destroy their enemies, finally shutting up their haters. It's just that they beat them so easily, I don't want to cover it, and I literally don't care, because Solid is the most basic ass person to beat. He's not strong at all. They literally didn't move from where they were, stood, fired one attack, and destroyed the entire team. It was spectacular. But after that, Julius takes things up a notch, having Earth Mages change the landscape to create a more diverse ground for battle. And standing on this new stage, Team B and C are ready to find out who will win. Alright, Team B, Team C, begin your battles, shouts Julius. Instantly filling the battlefield with Sakura's, Kirsch blinds the team with petals as he says that this will be over quick. It seems even Mimosa has been affected by being around such boorish people. Don't worry, just gaze upon my... As he's pulled back by Magna, he would shout, "Shut the hell up before you kill us." What are you talking about? I have this under control. Instantly, all his petals are blown away by a towering tornado that then expands, nearly knocking Team C to the ground. As Asta is then seen spearing towards them as he throws 2 hooks, rolling up 2 more of these tornadoes that spin and come to crash into where they are. But quickly grabbing the crystal, they manage to run away with Soul's Golem carrying her team and saying, "God, this is why I hate men. That guy fought someone even Big Sis is scared of. So shut your mouth." "Where are you going, bastard? I thought my muscles weren't beautiful enough. Have a taste." As he chases them, he instantly boosts his speed, appearing before the team, and blitzes both Magna and Soul, appearing behind them as the golem is ripped apart, and the two are left with the dent of a fist in their stomachs. Kirsch is left falling, catching himself with petals, as with their turn he swings a sharp edge of petals at Asta, but they are burnt by a flash of fire, as he finds Asta's fist at his face, and his head is knocked back violently. Ugh, so much power. Kurz feels his nose crack right as he's grabbed by the collar and pulled back, only to be kicked and blown away and filled with lightning as his eyes go completely blank, leaving all those present at a loss for words, with even Mimosa feeling bad for her brother, as annoying as he is. Next time you think about making fun of people, think about the consequences. We're all knights here, so I won't hesitate to bust your lip up a few times until you grow up, piece of shit. As he's left on the ground gagging, Asta quickly switches to his usual cheery self, asking Magna and Soul if they're okay, but they don't respond back. Running up, Mimosa and Zora arrive, as Julius does with Owen as well. You sure told him. Don't patronize me, he annoyed me first. No one should make fun of another's efforts. It's rude. Yeah, I don't think he's ever gonna do that again, said Mimosa, to anyone. So beautiful, thought Kirsch before he truly lost consciousness. Having expected this much from Asta, everyone honestly isn't surprised, only feeling happy they didn't have to receive Asta's rage. And after coming back to the stands, Asta actually makes his way past everyone, and he walks back through the portal into the stadium, the Coliseum, and he gets mad at himself. I lost the bet. As he materializes again, Libby says not to worry about it. It'd be surprising, honestly, that you wouldn't deck him. I would have done it, but honestly, rambling on and on about his stupid beautifulness made me want to fire an ether blast right into his stomach. As Asta laughs, he says that he did feel pretty satisfied after doing that, but from here on out he's really only going to use time magic. And with this declaration, he walks back through the portal, breathing in, breathing out, showing a bright smile. Oh, better. Surprised you didn't blow up everything, shouts Luck from afar. I never do that. I just need to calm down, okay? Who's fighting next? As he approached the edge of this little, stand, he saw the nice teams were already going at it, and he begins to cheer on Fernal as of the Black Bulls as he goes against his brother. But slowly things begin to escalate way too much as Langris' mana begins to turn murderous. There's nothing you are better than me at, Fernal. Nothing. He summons and hurls at Fernal pockets of spatial mana, while Fernal does the same. I'm not gonna run away this time, Langris. Then you can die. Their attacks clash into one another, causing explosions upon distorting space and raise a massive dust cloud, blinding everyone from the action. I have a bad feeling, said Libe. Yeah, me too. Just then, Asta senses Finral's weakening life force, and as told by Yuno, he can map out everything and anything, so he can clearly see Finral on the ground, and instantly he leaps off the stand, taking everyone by surprise as he disappears, appearing more and more towards the fight as he uses his time magic. What is he doing? Is he gonna interrupt the fight? As the dust begins to fade, however, all those present gasp as Langris lifts his arm for another blow, only to find a water spear at his neck with Lug and Magna surrounding him along with Noel. If you think of even doing anything more, I'll kill you, said Noel. I don't care about that fight, I'll end you right here, shouts Lug. Asta, meanwhile, uses his time magic, kneeling before Fernal's body that was riddled with holes and begins to revert it back to normal, as he would then leave off particles of white colors to just kind of fix him up for him. That's the effect of him killing someone with time magic. The bulls and everyone see this, and Julius appears with Owen, who would run over only to see Asta was already done. Even Fernal's clothes were fixed. You saved him. Yeah, pretty good of time magic. And you. He stands walking to Langris as everyone would move out of the way. Langris gets locked in the cube as he's told by Asta, "You're not gonna participate anymore." "What? Who do you think you are?" He attempts to conjure magic, which he only does for a moment, only for it to revert to nothing as he realizes and looks into Asta's eyes. The boy approaches him, entering Realm Heart, and a suffocating pressure forces him to his knees inside the space. I can't. "You're not part of this anymore. 'Cause trust me, if we fight, I'll kill you." Langris feels as though his heart is about to just stop right then. But then Julius comes near, setting his hand on Asta's shoulder. "You can't take him out. You need to fight him." "I'll not be able to. I told you. I'll kill him." "I trust you," said Julius. As a cold silence washes over the field, the cube would unravel, dropping Langris, who begins to gag, holding onto his chest, his throat, as he would try to calm down, and Asta would exit Realm Heart as he walks to Funeral and picks him up aggressively. "Don't worry, guys. I'll give him a proper thrashing." He starts to walk off with the bulls following, as does Owen, while they head to the nursing room with Funeral's body, just to make sure nothing else is wrong. Just when Code would arrive using a gate to bring over Asta's teammates and Langris's, who are fighting elsewhere along with the opposing team, that being Leopold and Haman, who are of course on Funeral's side. "What's going on?" asked Fragiru. This is the mage on Langris's team, by the way. Her name is Fragiru. I don't know how else to spell her name. If I get it wrong, tell me. "The Wizard King, Setseke?" Julius then looks to Langris. "I won't pretend that I didn't see what I just did, Langris. Such disposition to kill a fellow knight isn't righteous of a vice captain. I know you're more than this." Being the kind king he is, Julius helps the man up, and he was completely shook. Even after Asta picked him back up, his knees went so weak he couldn't even stand up. But after hearing these words from Julius, well, honestly, he had these mixed feelings. He didn't even know what to do anymore. Like, he just got manhandled. "You've already done what is done," said Julius. "All that happens now depends on you." Langris would nod as he would turn and start walking off, with this fear now being melded with anger. I just need to stay out of his range, and I'll win, and I'll show you all how special I am. As these thoughts fill his head, Kirsch asked, "Just what is going on with Vode?" Many, of course, noticed this as well, as walking past his teammates, he says not to slow him down. "We're having our next match very soon." "Oh, okay, but what happened?" "Shut up." As he glares at Fragiru, it leaves her in silence, and everyone else notices more and more how scarier he is being than usual. He rightfully looks unhinged, and, well, honestly, they can understand the anger of the bulls. After putting Funeral away, Owen makes sure he gets proper rest, and Asta and his team step up to the battlefield once again, with Langris's team having been the one waiting for Asta the entire time. "Sorry for getting you guys caught up in this," said Asta. Libe already sing on his head like Yujo says that they're gonna destroy Funeral's team, and Mimosa says it's okay. "I'll do everything I can to help." She then thought, "I've never seen Asta so angry before. Ever. He really does care about his senior, but seriously, what's wrong with Langris?" Asta turns to the chuckling Zora, who just starts to laugh maniacally, and he would just say, "Man, nice doing whatever they want, huh? What are you people, idiots? Fine, Runt. Since you finally want my help, I'll give you a hand, even though you're already as annoying as a genius as you can be. Let's go." "Thanks. I might be stupid, but I'd rather be stupid than to let someone hurt their own family in front of me, especially when they're part of my squad." "Kick his ass, Asta. Yeah, show him everything you got. Team B and G, begin your battle," said Julius, instantly rushing forward. Langris with the deranged look, this dude looks like he's about to actually snap. He blasts forward. "Try not to hold me back," he shouts. Asta, however, surprisingly is calm in this moment, as he tells Mimosa to protect the crystal as he closes his eyes. "You're trapped, Zerx. Sorry, I'm gonna be making use of him. I don't even know how you're gonna do that, but whatever." As he opens his eyes at that moment, he slams his hands to the ground as Langris comes into view, releasing a massive volley of spatial spheres at him, and Asta would then run forward as he swings, busting up one of them to nothing as Libe flies off of him, widening his wings and beginning to emit magic, and Asta becomes enveloped with pure golden aura as he disappears, flashing around at the speed of light and destroying each and every one of these spatial spheres. What? Inconceivable. How is he touching my spatial magic? That commoner. He can punch spatial magic, shouts the king. Explain, Julius, right now. I don't believe he is, said Julius. He's making use of a bit of the strength of his dragon companion. All I can say is he cast a specific spell on him. Elemental magic time series overclock. With the shot of this spell, Asta would then reach Langris, who goes for another spell when he's then kicked and sent flying. Activate them, shouts Asta. And activating his trap, Zora then watches all of them exude even greater mana than before and fire not his little tricks, but full-on versions of the little spells he had planted, bombarding the arrogant little brat with a full course serving of excruciating pain. They were all aimed at Langris. Multiple explosions of flames hit and smother him as he screams in agony. He changed the trap Zora set with his runes, said Yuno. I guess it's possible since he can also use earth magic. I don't know how it even get hit in. This guy. Yeah, I get what you mean. He's not even using all of his powers. He's working with his teammates and yet he's dominating. At this point is when Asta starts moving, asking his team to follow him, right as Langris then blows everything away. I am a true magic knight. Not some... Oh, shut up already. I'm not that cruel, said Asta. Already blitzing past him, he would grab him by the face, slamming him down as he tears the floor, but Mimosa and Zora leaping over him like nothing, along with Libe, who flies ahead, opening his mouth. They're here. That idiot Samurai girl. What did you expect from someone like that? Of course he's gonna get beaten. Using all of her magic, she creates a massive shield of ice, which is layered on by Seke, and they use a compound spell just as a luminous lavender ball of light forms from Libe's mouth. This ball fires at the speed of light again, shattering and turning the crystal to dust in one strike, carving the stage until it disappears after reaching the mountains and splitting them, and Libe would cough. Roll. You know what, holding it in really sucks. I should have beat his ass much earlier. Good work, Libe, said Asta. He turns back seeing, Libe turns back seeing that Asta was smiling again, and he said, no problem, I got you, making their team the winner, because obviously, with that massive ass attack, there's no way they didn't hit their crystal. I just didn't want to say it. But Asta wasn't done yet, as he looks to the crowd. If any of you do this in front of me, I'll make it so you can never become magic knights, you hear me? I don't care about the knight order, I don't give a damn about the honor of a knight. He slams his fist to his chest. I'm just the guy who likes to use magic. I'm just the guy who never wants to see his friends hurt. Why the hell am I here telling you what you should already know? We should have fun together. Even if we disagree, we shouldn't try to humiliate one another. That's the knight order I would want. Why the hell is that so hard? They hang on to every word, wondering why they were so caught up in each other's ego like that. Why were they looking down on each other? When the kingdom got attacked, I never thought I'd see the Black Bulls step up, but they showed up and they showed they also care about this kingdom. I guess I just never saw them show so much enthusiasm. Yeah, I never seen us work together so well. I mean, even with a bit of arguing. Though the wounds left between them may not have been mended, because obviously this is the real world and the speech is not going to solve everything, with just these words, at least they start to reconcile, little by little. And Asta would huff, thinking they were like little kids, as he would then turn to his team. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. I don't care, says Zora. That's so mean. But I guess that's just how you talk, huh? Good work, everyone, said Mimosa. Hey, thank me. That final blow was a masterpiece, said Libe. As they start walking back, Mimosa chuckles, saying that he is indeed the reason they won, with Zora asking why a dragon cares about human matters. Shut up. It's fun, damn it. The hell? You two might as well really just be brothers at this point, even if you are a dragon, says Zora. Good work, Asta, thought Julius. I expected nothing less. As Asta makes his way back, he is met by his friends who congratulate him along with other knights who have actually humbled themselves a bit, and then the matches continue with only 4 teams being left. Team I, being Real's team, faces Luck's team K and win. I mean, it's Real, come on now. Team P, being Yuno's team, beats Team M. Asta's team beats Real, showing that he's easily able to take care of a captain. But from this fight, Real got a bunch of inspiration, became Asta's friend, and then came the final battle. Asta and Yuno face each other, even though far apart by a large margin on opposite sides of the field, and they smile knowing the other is going to do the exact same thing that they were thinking of. The wind begins to whirl around Yuno as Asta's runes slowly begin to show on his body as well as on Libe. Let the final match start. Bell, full power. Libe, let's do this. Touching the side of his face, Bell combines with Yuno, who blasts forward in Spirit Dive, creating a massive blade. Spirit of Zephyr. Asta, meanwhile, is enveloped in the glow, as is Libe, who warps away as the light is then slowly cracked off of Asta, with him letting out pop out two massive wings reminiscent of Libe's, and along with this, he had the same exact horns as him and sharp teeth. He gets his white hair with golden tips and the runes. Everything is there, and he looks like a human dragon hybrid. In a flash, he disappears just as Yuno gasps when he notices this insane speed, and he's knocked back, crashing into their crystal as he spews blood, leaving everyone shocked. Now holding his favorite blade, Asta made an edge using pure ether as he then swings that blade across, then bringing it to his shoulder. Sorry, Yuno, nothing personal. I'm not gonna draw this out. It'd be disrespectful after all. So that's his true power. Has his magic gotten even bigger? Is that even magic anymore? He combined with Libe, said a strained Yuno, as he slowly sits and is then helped up by Unregard, who asks if he was okay, and he nods. Damn it, that's just cheating at this point. Libe is then torn from Asta, returning to his own form as the ether on Asta's blade fades, and he then puts up a peace sign. We win. Exploding into applause and cheers, everyone shows nothing but awe and respect, but Noel shouts, I didn't even get to fire off one spell! Next time. There won't be a next time, stupid Asta. Way to make this all so anticlimactic, says Zora. I feel like I ruined the moment, thought Asta. Did I? Just then, he spotted Ferno, who makes his way through the bunch of people in his way and waves over as Asta does the same, shouting that he won the match for him. And this is when he notices Yuno and instantly appears before him and begins to reverse his wounds, because like he actually messed them up. And Libe was trying to punch Asta, only for Libe to then keep her at bay with this one paw. You jerk! You don't even get a chance to shine. Oh please, Yuno is the king of showing off. Ugh, yeah, says you. Just then, he returns to tip-top shape, saying, I couldn't even block that. But I'm not done. I can't become Wizard King if I can't beat you. I mean, you know I don't care about this nice stuff, right? I made a whole speech about it. You know, then pops a vein saying this is why he's so annoying sometimes, and he starts walking off as Belle follows him, scoffing at Asta, pouting, huff, whatever the hell she tries to do. He seems actually really hurt. Are you sure you shouldn't go after him? Asked Unregard. Don't worry about it, Yuno. He's my rival. Holding in his anger and tears at having lost, once again, devastatingly, this time Yuno's passion grows only like higher, even bigger, and it will show in the later arcs. Time skip. Returning to their homes, everyone waits for a sermon, and a few days pass as we arrive at the Black Bull base where Asta is teaching a new lesson. Alright, I taught you mana cultivation, I taught you physical combat through, you know, a lot of hard, battles, though some of you were a bit more apprehensive to that one. Gray and Vanessa aren't joining us this time, asked Luck. No, they decided to go their own way and do whatever they could. They'll be fine. We'll get on without them then, shouts Magna. Let's go. As he holds his hand over a rune in his arm at this moment, he then releases 3 floating stones. Are those mana cores? Asked Noel. Nope, they're mana stones, but I want you guys to get used to the effect they produce. These will make it harder to gather and control mana. Think of it as a disruptor. Your goal is to levitate them using your element. Let's get started. Moments later, we find them all on the ground, gasping for breath, drenched in sweat, completely tired. Why the hell is this so hard? Shouts Luck. I couldn't even lift it off the ground. Yuno got it down in about a month, so I guess I'll use that as a comparison, thought Asta. Just then, behind them an explosion of fire occurs as they all sit up, with Asta turning to see Marileona. Get up, you brats, we're leaving. And where's your captain? As they all blankly point to the building, Marileona walks past them, flaring a paw of flames and breaking into their home. Does she have to destroy her base, they all thought? Moments later, after talking to Yami, she takes them all who participated, including Mana, because even if he lost, he showed a lot more potential than the original, and they all go to gather for, you know, the royal knights and all that. And They gathered before their chosen leader, this being Leona. Alright, you maggots, if you're here, that means you're worth something. So from now on, your lives are in my hands, and we're gonna go destroy those bastards. Noticing a presence, she fires and throws a massive fireball to the sky, alerting everyone as a falling Zora catches her spell in an array and then throws it back before she blows it with a punch to smithereens, and Zora would land. Sorry for being late, but that was a bit much, don't you think? So you're disrespecting me now, huh? You really wanna die? Oh, it's you again, said Asta. Is that a Black Bull rogue? Yeah, I am a Black Bull. The squad is completely shocked at this as they approach asking if he's being serious, and he says to shut up. Name's Zora Ideal. You even lied about your name, said Noel. Very trustworthy. Whatever, I'm your junior now, so take good care of me. Listen up, you damn bastard, before I kill you. Line up and get your goddamn robes, and don't interrupt me ever again. Quickly moving, they listen, in fear, lining up, and go to a certain room, and they would exit now wearing new robes designed and actually enchanted by Asta. And as he exits, Yuno comes up to him in the line. You did this, didn't you? What is he talking about? Who did what? People will be wondering. Oh, you noticed. Yeah, those things are kind of unbreakable and can reflect magic. Only 3 times though. I was trying to make it a surprise. What? Asta made these? When did you have time for all this? Asked Magna. Barely. I didn't sleep a wink last night. What are you? Asked Zora. Well, that's rude. You guys should be thanking me, you know. They're all left dumbfounded while Asta just keeps smiling because he's proud of himself, as he should be. And everyone is just bewildered. After all, I mean, imagine someone telling you that they fought a hard-ass battle, right? And then they went home, didn't sleep, made like a shit ton of items for you, and basically are drained of mana. And even at that moment, they're still OP. Like, that would just break anyone's mind. Anyway, after all that, they line up before Leona, and now Nozel and Frugolion have arrived with her. Oh, we have extra captains with us. That's encouraging. I have come to give you a last few words myself, shouts the king, as he makes his way out only to be caught off by Leona, who shouts their operation will begin now. This pisses him off, but who cares? Moments later, we cut to the Gravito Belt. Now entering it, they have already mapped out everything with the help of Siren, Asta, and using spatial magic, they travel in there instantaneously. Asta takes the lead in his group, staying ahead of Leona and Zora as they come across a few mages. But before they could even fire the spells they had in plan, Asta takes a new approach as he uses spatial magic this time, and he punches forward. We see his fist pierce space itself as if holding and folding it, and despite being meters away from them, these enemy mages are sent flying, leaving behind streaks of lavender as they each slam into a wall. A new trick, huh, said Leona. I'm not a one-trick pony, Leo. Don't call me that. Moving past him, she reaches another band of these people and blows them away with fire as Asta quickly catches up, running along the walls and then upside down until he leaps and heads to the floor and then blasts off into an open area, kind of ricocheting around. And he then starts falling, though he flies and catches himself. When from above, he sees Leona flying, but then gets sneak attacked and dodged to the left, avoiding a massive blast of light. Asta then turns and sees Licht fall, well, not fall, but like descend to his level at the speed of light. Well, not the literal speed of light. When I say speed of light, it's so weird because light magic has ruined the speed comparisons in Black Clover. I'll make a video about that probably. Anyway, Asta turns to see Licht, the true Licht, and blasting down at this moment, at the top of her lungs, she envelops herself with fire and announces her spell, but it is destroyed with ease, with Licht appearing behind her and sending her flying into a wall as her eyes will roll up into her socket. Zora then makes his way out, jumping and landing on a piece of rock, when behind and past him, Licht flies after being hit by Asta, and he would then look up seeing Asta take out his blade and create an edge of glass, blocking Licht's slash. Zora, go on ahead, I'll catch up. You sure? Just listen to your senpai, Zora. Shut up, and don't die. As he says this, he jumps off with Asta fully focusing back on Licht as they clash over and over while flying about the room at the literal speed of sound, not light. I'm honestly really hating light magic sometimes, but they're still going past the speed of sound. You get the point. And they leave behind clusters of light as their blades hate one another, and slowly Licht's face begins to change, gaining a smile. Who are you truly? He asked. Don't know what that's supposed to mean. knocking Licht's blade off of his hands. He also shatters it, holding his glass one at his neck. I don't stand a chance against this young man. But just what is going on, thought Licht. How am I here? Asta pulls back his blade and it loses its glass edge as he asks, "You're just as confused as I am, aren't you? You're definitely not that guy." "Paltry, you mean?" "Yes, I'm afraid he's falling into a trap." He turns, dodging a kick from Mereoleona, bleeding at the head. "Come on, fight back." However, Asta grabs her foot and then her arm, pulling her to the side, saying, "We're talking. Stop for a moment." "Let go, you brat," I said. "Shut up." With slit pupils, he stares down the lioness, and as though she hasn't felt fear in so long, she finally gives in and lessens her bloodlust, and Asta lets her go, looking back at Licht. "Take this from the beginning. What's really going on here?" Licht will then basically explain everything he can remember, which is quite shocking to hear, and when his story is done, Asta realizes something, bringing out his old grimoire, the one that he found a long time ago. We've basically never actually seen him use, that being the one that was supposed to be the anti-magic grimoire. "It can't be. Is that?" "I think so," said Asta. The grimoire begins to shake as all the dust and grime on it begins to tear off, showing its beautiful shape of a four-leaf. The grimoire then opens up, throwing out the demon dweller, which Licht swings to his side as he grabs it. "Thank you." A drop of light just then, however, hits the leader and Asta, leaving Mereoleona confused as she asked what was going on when Asta forcibly entered Realm Heart, and this light disappears off of him as we cut to the room in which Paltry just put a now frozen Yuno stone where it was supposed to go for his plans, and in this room are him and Roan and Raya. All over the kingdom, elven souls are forced into human ones, but this time their strength is amplified even more than it was supposed to be than the original, as they rewrote the purpose of the stones and their amplification of power, or at least that is what it was, supposed to happen. But Mimosa asked, "Guys, what's happening?" She slowly backs up as Klaus and Haman turn now with red marks on their cheeks, and Klaus asks, "Are you a noble? It seems fate has blessed us with a lot." He releases his intent so powerful that Mimosa is sure that this is where she will die, but an attack then busts through the wall as a light then pierces in. Licht arrives on the scene just as Zora does, also arrive, though a bit late, through a tunnel. "What was the point of doing all of this if you were just gonna do this?" asked Zora. "Licht?" asked Paltry. "What are you doing with them?" Licht lands, being looked on in awe from his friends, but his look turns to that of horror as he shouts for Paltry to take out the last stone he just put in. Too late. As this word is uttered, Raya and Paltry have holes in their stomachs and fall forward as Roan simply falls, and a murky essence exits his body, flying to the platform for the stones, and from that platform, this disgusting, massive, just like gross mass begins to bind with this essence. "Damn it, we're too late," said Licht. "Ooh, this is it," Leona said. "I'm about to fight a myth." Now, before them all, the devil Zagreus has fully formed as he begins to cackle when blitzing him. Both Asta and Licht bring their blades of light and fire. Mereoleona joined in to slice his neck off and completely catch him off guard. "Get crushed." Licht is brought to the floor aggressively, with the possessed Klaus and Haman shouting for the leader when they are then pierced by iron spears. However, his chest is then kicked in by Asta, who looks to the boy, shocked. "Why aren't you?" "That shit doesn't work on me, bastard." As he holds his hand forward, Asta channels heat behind the devil, pulling over Mereoleona instantly as her eyes were now full of bloodlust, and she pummels, melts through the chest of this creature with ease. "What? How is... Extinguish! Extinguish!" Mereoleona's flames are forcibly taken out, leaving her just flying behind him. Before he can say another word, however, Asta grabs his mouth, closing it. "Don't say anything else." A massive sphere then forms around both of them, and then another, and another, and another, as runes then begin to flow around them, allowing Asta to let go and start flying back while exiting the zone he has created, and grabbing Licht and Mereoleona so they can safely be away from what spell he's about to activate. He would then clasp his hands together while licking his lips. Elemental magic, time series. All the spheres compact into one, rendering the devil immobile right as Licht sends down a blade of light that pierces his chest and heart. "You think this can..." "Yeah, I do," said Asta. As for the final blow, Yuno. Asta, Yuno can't. Yuno? Said Mimosa. Breaking from the spell on him at that moment, Yuno grits his teeth, blasting forward and past the devil, hacking him up. You really think I'd miss out on this? Hell no. Wouldn't believe it for a second, my annoying little brother. But I just came back. After all of this time. There's no way. There's no way, you goddamn humans. Leaving as quickly as he came, Zagger faced to dust as Licht raises his blade, connecting his soul to that of the elves. Whether it was Langris, Ghost, or anyone else, they all, were affected by the spell, whatever they were doing. They all stopped in their tracks at that moment, unable to even hurt anyone, and from them began to rise a soul of the elves, who have a look of rage down at the humans when Licht then actually tells them the truth. But it's so hard to forgive them yet. But it's something they have to do for now, because at least this generation isn't responsible for what happened to them. But while Licht does this, Mimosa would attempt to heal Paltry and Raya. I don't have enough magic, she said. Don't worry, I'll help you out, said Asta, as he begins to share his mana with her. But Licht begins to grunt, as controlling all of these souls is not an easy task, at which point his body begins to be covered by a strange aura, instantly boosting his resistance as he looks to Asta with his eyes closed, holding his arm towards him and Mimosa. Yuno then approaches Licht, saying, how can I help? You guys. Combine your magic with mine. As he nods, Yuno begins to gather wind as a bright pillar rises from Licht, beginning to transform into these forming paths contained by wind, almost resembling a tree. Light and wind magic, nor near. What will happen with the elves? Will their hatred be resolved? Find out in the next part. Black Clover, it's been your boy. I hope you enjoyed this. Peace. I'm gone.
Let's talk about round when it's past due. Raise a glass, do no. You don't gotta fight